There comes a moment in life when you feel the weight of everyone's expectations pressing on your shoulders. A moment when your heart whispers that something doesn't feel right. You're waking up, not for yourself, but for a world you're trying so hard to please. And slowly, you lose sight of who you truly are. This moment, this sunrise, is the beginning of your awakening. The beginning of choosing yourself again. You realize you've been wearing a mask, smiling to satisfy others, shrinking to avoid judgment. You become what people expect, not what your soul desires. And you wonder, when did I stop living for myself? This is the moment you start to question. And questioning is the first step to freedom. Life can feel heavy when you're carrying expectations that aren't yours. You try to fit into boxes built by strangers, family, society. You try to prove your worth, even when you're already worthy. But deep down, a quiet voice begs to be heard. A voice that says, live for you. And today, you finally listen. You try to please everyone, but the list never ends. Every decision becomes a performance. Every dream becomes filtered through someone else's approval. And in trying to be everything for everyone, you became nothing for yourself. But that's not your destiny. You were born to live, not perform. You've been living with tension you never deserved, trying to measure up to standards you never agreed to, trying to be enough for people who never truly saw you. But when you look at the sky, you remember something important. The sky never asks permission to be wide, open, limitless. And neither should you. Comparison steals joy quietly. You look at others and wonder if you're behind, if you're failing, if you're not enough. But those thoughts don't come from your soul. They come from pressure. Lives curated for screens are not the truth. Your journey is not supposed to look like anyone else's. Your worth is not measured by comparison. In silence, you start hearing your own truth again. You remember the dreams you buried, the passions you ignored for acceptance, the happiness you postponed for someone else's comfort. Your heart whispers, live for yourself. And for once, you don't silence it. Letting go doesn't start with grand change. It starts with small releases. Releasing guilt, releasing pressure, releasing expectations that were never yours. Your body feels the shift before your mind does. Peace begins where pretending ends. When you were young, you lived with purity. You laughed easily, dreamed boldly, loved freely. You didn't ask if your joy was acceptable. You simply felt it. Somewhere along the way, you stopped treating yourself with that same freedom. But that childlike honesty still lives in you. It's waiting to be welcomed back. Nature teaches you something important. Nothing in the forest tries to be anything it's not. The tree doesn't ask to be a river. The flower doesn't fear being overshadowed. Everything simply exists as itself, and that is enough. You deserve that same acceptance. Writing becomes your sanctuary. You pour out thoughts you've held back for years. You explore what you truly desire beyond the opinions of others. The words you write are for no one but yourself. And in that quiet act, you rediscover your voice, a voice that has always been waiting to be heard. Life can feel heavy when the expectations of others weigh on you. But watching rain reminds you, everything flows, everything changes. You're allowed to let go. You don't have to carry their burdens. Your life, your rhythm, your choices. This is the beginning of freedom. Walking alone gives you space to think. You realize that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means you're finally in tune with yourself. Every step reminds you, your pace is yours alone. No one else sets it. No one else controls it. This quiet journey is yours. Simple moments like this become profound. Holding your own warmth, savoring quiet, reflecting. Life doesn't need constant approval to feel full. Your happiness is not conditional. You start learning to nourish yourself first. You start living for you. Knowledge becomes a tool for self-discovery. You read to grow, to understand yourself, not to impress. Every idea sparks reflection. Every page reminds you that your mind is yours alone. Your opinions, your beliefs, your understanding. This is the space where independence grows. Your body is part of your rebirth. Every stretch, every breath reconnects you with yourself. You move gently, not for anyone else's approval, but to honor your being. Each motion reminds you, you are alive, you are here, you are enough. Self-care becomes sacred, and freedom grows with each inhale. Your reflection becomes a teacher. You observe without judgment, without fear. You see someone who has endured, who has survived, someone ready to live authentically. The lake mirrors your quiet strength, and you promise yourself honesty. Nature reminds you that change is natural. You don't have to stay small to please others. You are allowed to grow, to change, to fall and rise again. You are allowed to choose your own path. The leaves don't ask permission to fall. They simply do, and neither should you. Warmth becomes a metaphor for self-love. You learn to seek comfort within yourself. You are allowed to pause, to breathe, to rest. Your life is yours, not a series of performances for anyone else. This quiet presence is revolutionary, and your soul begins to heal. Every new day is a gift, a reminder that life is yours to shape. You don't need permission to shine, to grow, to dream. Your happiness, your decisions, your pace, yours alone. This is the moment you choose freedom. And from here, your journey for yourself begins. Creative expression becomes a bridge back to yourself. You don't create for applause, for likes, or approval. You create for your soul, for your peace, for joy. Every stroke, every line is an act of freedom. Every creation reminds you of your inner voice. Your life is no longer borrowed. It's yours. Journaling helps you hear your own thoughts again. You listen to yourself without interruption. You explore your dreams, your fears, your true desires. You see your growth in ink and paper. You begin trusting yourself again. Living for you starts with listening to you. Simplicity becomes sacred. You reconnect with the basics: breath, touch, feeling. The earth beneath your feet reminds you that you belong to yourself. Your joy is not earned by others' approval. It exists naturally when you honor your needs. This is the path of self-love. You no longer measure your life against curated perfection. Comparison fades. Noise quiets. Your attention returns to your own growth, your own path. You realize peace is found in disengagement. Living for yourself requires letting go of external validation. Self-care is a quiet revolution. Hydration, nourishment, rest, all acts of choosing you. They are declarations that your life matters. Not because anyone will notice, but because your soul deserves it. You honor yourself in small ways daily. This is the foundation of living authentically. Evenings become moments of reflection. You pause to review your day, your choices, your feelings. You ask yourself gently, did I live for me today? The answer matters more than anyone else's opinion. You learn to honor your own rhythm, your own pace. And in that quiet awareness, you find freedom. Even mundane acts become mindful rituals. You realize that your daily life can be your sanctuary. Each small, intentional action is an act of love toward yourself. Living for yourself isn't always dramatic. It's steady, quiet, intentional. Peace grows in these moments, and your life begins to feel lighter. Time spent alone reconnects you to your essence. You hear the gentle rhythms of your own heart. The river teaches you that life flows naturally. There's no need to force your pace to fit others' expectations. You belong to yourself first, and slowly your confidence grows. Music becomes your companion in self-discovery. It reflects your inner moods, your desires, your dreams. You no longer need approval to enjoy what moves you. Your tastes, your choices, they are sacred and yours alone. This is a celebration of your individuality. Living for yourself begins with embracing your truth. Music becomes your companion in self-discovery. It reflects your inner moods, your desires, your dreams. You no longer need approval to enjoy what moves you. Your tastes, your choices, they are sacred and yours alone. This is a celebration of your individuality. Living for yourself begins with embracing your truth. Goals start to reflect who you truly are, not what society says you should want, not what others expect you to achieve. Your dreams become authentic. Every word written becomes a promise to yourself. Living for yourself is choosing authenticity over approval. Nature teaches patience and presence. The forest doesn't rush to be admired. It simply exists. You learn to do the same. You honor your own growth and rhythm. You no longer compete with anyone's timeline. This is the grace of self-prioritization. Self-care becomes your declaration of independence. Even small acts, hydration, rest, reflection, carry meaning. You no longer postpone your needs for others' convenience. You realize your life is too precious to live on autopilot. Choosing yourself is not selfish, it is essential. Your happiness is now your responsibility. Disconnecting from external pressure is liberating. You realize validation isn't found online, it is found within. You let go of constant comparison and expectation. The opinions of others no longer dictate your value. Peace begins to fill the spaces you once left empty. Your life becomes yours again. The earth beneath your feet reminds you that grounding is necessary. Life doesn't need to be frantic to be meaningful. You can move slowly, purposefully, authentically. You belong to yourself first. The waves whisper a lesson. Your rhythm is enough. Living for others can wait. Living for you begins now. Art becomes a reflection of your soul. Not for anyone's praise, not for anyone's approval. Every line, every color, every stroke is for you. Your creativity becomes a sacred space where only you exist. This is the quiet rebellion of self-expression. Living authentically means honoring your inner voice. Movement reconnects you with your body's wisdom. You move not to impress, not to compete, but to feel alive. You honor your own pace and limits. Every breath, every stretch is a dialogue with yourself. You begin to prioritize yourself without guilt. Self-care becomes a quiet statement of freedom. Knowledge empowers when it aligns with your truth. You read to grow, not to please or impress. Your mind becomes a garden tended for you alone. You soak in wisdom without fear or judgment. Every insight strengthens your independence. Living for yourself starts with understanding yourself. Evening rituals become sacred pauses. You honor yourself before the world demands anything. These moments are for self-reflection and restoration. You are allowed to rest, to nourish, to just be. Your peace matters more than constant approval. Choosing yourself is a daily practice. Life is softer when you prioritize your soul. You no longer rush to fit into someone else's narrative. You move gently, intentionally, for your own joy. Nature reminds you, growth is quiet, steady, enough. You embrace who you are without apologies. And this quiet confidence grows each day. Joy, it doesn't need permission. You reclaim your right to feel happiness freely. Laughter, music, simple pleasures, they're yours, not borrowed. Living for yourself allows your heart to breathe. You are rediscovering the art of genuine, quiet delight. This is liberation in its softest form. Reflection brings clarity. You see the life you were living for others, and you forgive yourself for it. You see the path ahead, calm and open. Your choices are yours to make, unburdened by expectations. The water mirrors your quiet strength. Living for yourself feels natural, inevitable. Solitude reconnects you with your inner compass. You learn to trust your instincts. You understand your preferences, your needs, your boundaries. You begin to honor your own intuition over others' opinions. Your life starts to align with your soul. This is the essence of self-directed living. Touching the water, you feel connected to life itself. Every ripple reminds you that your actions, however small, create waves in your world. You realize you can create your own path, unshaped by others. Freedom comes in understanding your own influence. Your choices belong to you and only you. This quiet moment anchors your independence. The reflections you've written are treasures of self-knowledge. Every page reminds you that your inner voice is trustworthy. You begin to honor your desires and dreams without guilt. You see clearly how far you've come. Living for yourself is not selfish, it's necessary. Your journey inward strengthens your outward life. Every step reconnects you to your own rhythm. You don't rush to fit someone else's expectations. Your pace, your direction, your decisions, entirely yours. The world becomes quieter when you honor yourself first. You feel rooted, yet free. And this freedom begins to feel essential. Even the smallest moments of mindfulness become acts of self-respect. You honor your time, your attention, your presence. No one else dictates how you spend your life. Living for yourself is woven into the quiet details. Your inner world begins to flourish, and peace becomes natural. Meditation reconnects you to your center. You release judgment, pressure, and expectation. You listen to your heart rather than the world's demands. Living for yourself begins with stillness. In quiet, you find clarity, and in clarity, you find courage. Your vision becomes personal and intentional. Every image reflects your desires, not others' expectations. You claim your future as your own. You feel empowered by the life you imagine. Dreams once hidden for fear of judgment now flourish openly. Living for yourself is allowing dreams to be yours. Even in the presence of others, you learn to be fully yourself. You no longer mold yourself to fit the crowd. Your authenticity shines quietly but undeniably. Living for yourself requires courage in ordinary moments. Each step you take is an affirmation of your independence. And with each step, your confidence grows. Joy returns when it's chosen for yourself. You no longer wait for permission to feel happy. You find delight in the small, simple pleasures. Your heart is lighter, free from the weight of expectation. Living for yourself allows laughter to flow naturally. Happiness becomes a quiet, consistent companion. The world feels softer when your life is yours. You no longer force yourself into roles that don't fit. You honor your own pace, your own desires. Every gentle motion is an act of reclaiming your space. Living for yourself is a quiet revolution, and it brings a peace that feels eternal. Each word you write reinforces your independence. You are learning to trust your own judgment, your own instincts. You no longer live in fear of disappointing others. You are free to honor your own truth. Living for yourself is a practice quietly perfected each day. And with practice comes confidence. The tide reminds you that life flows naturally. You don't need to push yourself to fit expectations. You allow your life to unfold gently, authentically. Your choices are yours. Your path is yours. Living for yourself is surrendering to your own rhythm. And in surrender, there is freedom. At this moment, you recognize your power. Your life no longer belongs to others' expectations. It belongs to you. You can say yes to what nourishes your soul and no to what drains it. Living for yourself is a commitment to your own growth, joy, and peace. You have reclaimed your life, slowly, gently, intentionally. And now, the journey to fully living for yourself begins. Freedom is no longer a concept. It is your reality. You breathe deeply, fully, with no restrictions. The world cannot contain the life you are creating for yourself. Every choice, every step, affirms your independence. You're no longer asking permission to exist fully. You live for yourself, and it feels infinite. Your path is guided by your own desires. No one else dictates your pace, your direction, your dreams. You honor yourself with every choice. The river mirrors the calm that now flows within you. You are aligned with your essence, and living fully for yourself has never felt more natural. Your reflections are no longer a search. They are affirmations. You see clearly who you are and who you wish to become. Your values, your dreams, your peace guide your every decision. Living for yourself is now a practice, steady and intentional. You honor your past, embrace your present, and create your future. This clarity is the fruit of your self-love. Solitude has taught you strength. You no longer depend on others' approval to feel worthy. You walk in the world with quiet confidence. Every breath, every step reminds you your life is yours. You feel empowered by your own choices. Living authentically is now effortless. Every act of self-care becomes an act of creation. You cultivate your life gently, intentionally, lovingly. The seeds you plant for yourself flourish because they're chosen by you. No one else's expectations interfere. Living for yourself is nurturing your own growth. And each day brings new possibilities. Life stretches before you like an open horizon. You feel grounded, yet limitless at the same time. You no longer shrink to fit someone else's vision. Every choice is a declaration of your independence. Living for yourself is a lifelong journey, and it feels expansive. Peace and freedom fill the space within you. Knowledge becomes your guide, not a measure of worth. You learn, grow, and expand your perspective for yourself alone. No one else's validation is needed. Your mind thrives when it serves your soul, not the world. Living for yourself includes nourishing your thoughts. And with every lesson, your confidence strengthens. Simple joys become sacred when chosen for yourself. The aroma, the warmth, the stillness, they belong entirely to you. You savor life in its small, quiet moments. You no longer postpone happiness for anyone. Living for yourself begins with these small, consistent acts, and peace grows naturally in your soul. You begin to notice beauty you had overlooked. Life is brighter when experienced on your own terms. You don't rush to impress or compete. Every breath, every glance, every touch is yours to savor. Living authentically allows you to experience life fully, and the world seems more alive through your eyes. The horizon reminds you that life is vast and open. You are free to choose your direction without fear. You honor your instincts and desires without guilt. Living for yourself creates clarity, confidence, and calm. You see that true power is gentle, consistent, and peaceful, and it resides entirely within you. Your dreams belong to you alone. You no longer bend them to fit what others expect. Every line on paper is a promise to honor your desires. Living for yourself nurtures creativity and joy. You understand that fulfillment comes from alignment with your soul, and you feel a quiet, steady empowerment. Independence grows in the quiet moments of life. You no longer act from fear of judgment. You follow your own path with patience and trust. Living authentically allows peace to bloom naturally. Every step is an affirmation of your value, and each day you feel more alive. Joy becomes a choice rather than a fleeting visitor. You discover happiness in simple, personal moments. Laughter doesn't need approval. It only needs presence. Living for yourself allows freedom to feel fully. You embrace the fullness of your being, and life feels rich, even in quiet simplicity. Meditation grounds you in your own strength. You release attachment to others' opinions and expectations. You find peace in your own presence. Living for yourself is a practice of love, patience, and trust. The river reminds you that your journey flows naturally, and serenity fills every corner of your being. You are fully present in your life. You embrace your desires, your values, your dreams. No one else's expectations define your worth. Living for yourself is liberation in its purest form. Your life is your own, and it has never felt more precious. This is the culmination of your quiet courage. Your body and mind are aligned in peace. Every motion is deliberate, chosen, and reflective of self-respect. You honor yourself in ways that feel gentle but profound. Living for yourself nurtures strength, clarity, and calm. You feel whole, centered, and alive. And each breath reminds you of your freedom. You journal to affirm your independence. Your thoughts, desires, and dreams belong solely to you. You no longer seek approval or validation. Living for yourself is a declaration of peace and strength. You trust your inner wisdom, and your life flows with intention. The world stretches infinitely before you. You see possibilities, not limitations. Your journey is yours to shape with courage and clarity. Living for yourself brings perspective, calm, and empowerment. You are aligned with your deepest truth, and your heart is steady, strong, and free. You cherish moments of quiet reflection. They remind you of your growth, your independence, and your peace. Living for yourself is embracing life fully without fear. Your choices, your joy, your rhythm, they all belong to you. And each quiet evening affirms your liberation. You have learned to honor your soul. Freedom lives in simplicity and presence. You no longer chase expectations that aren't yours. You move gently, intentionally, authentically. Living for yourself allows peace to bloom naturally. Your life feels lighter, softer, and richer. You feel fully alive in your own skin. You are fully awake to your own life. You embrace every decision, every joy, every challenge. No one else defines your worth or your journey. Living for yourself brings confidence and serenity. You are whole, grounded, and free, and your heart knows the peace of true independence. You have learned that quiet moments hold the deepest power. You honor your rhythm, your pace, your desires. No one else's voice guides your steps. Living for yourself is a gentle but profound revolution. Every step affirms your life, your choices, your peace, and your soul feels a home in the world. Inner peace becomes your compass. You no longer bend or shrink for others. Your life unfolds according to your own values and desires. Living for yourself is the ultimate act of self-love. Your heart, mind, and body are aligned. And in this alignment, you feel complete. The horizon reminds you of endless possibilities. Your life is yours to shape with courage, care, and intention. You honor your dreams and desires without fear. Living for yourself brings profound freedom and serenity. The world feels vast, gentle, and welcoming, and you step forward fully alive. You have chosen yourself. You have honored your soul. You live for your own dreams, your own peace, your own joy. No one else defines your worth or your journey. Living for yourself is liberation, serenity, and empowerment. And now, your life belongs entirely to you. Life stretches before you like an open horizon. You feel grounded yet limitless at the same time. You no longer shrink to fit someone else's vision. Every choice is a declaration of your independence. Living for yourself is a lifelong journey, and it feels expansive. Peace and freedom fill the space within you. Knowledge becomes your guide, not a measure of worth. You learn, grow, and expand your perspective for yourself alone. No one else's validation is needed. Your mind thrives when it serves your soul, not the world. Living for yourself includes nourishing your thoughts. And with every lesson, your confidence strengthens. Simple joys become sacred when chosen for yourself. The aroma, the warmth, the stillness, they belong entirely to you. You savor life in its small, quiet moments. You no longer postpone happiness for anyone. Living for yourself begins with these small, consistent acts, and peace grows naturally in your soul. You begin to notice beauty you had overlooked. Life is brighter when experienced on your own terms. You don't rush to impress or compete. Every breath, every glance, every touch is yours to savor. Living authentically allows you to experience life fully, and the world seems more alive through your eyes. The horizon reminds you that life is vast and open. You are free to choose your direction without fear. You honor your instincts and desires without guilt. Living for yourself creates clarity, confidence, and calm. You see that true power is gentle, consistent, and peaceful, and it resides entirely within.